What is going on, full-time family? We right back at it like a crack addict. Aljamain Sterling just defended the UFC bantamweight title. Two-time reigning defending UFC bantamweight champion, which is a very rare accomplishment in one of the, if not the most stacked UFC division. 135 pounds is active. It's a Shark Tank, and Aljamain Sterling is fucking reigning supreme. One of, if not the greatest bantamweight of all time, en route to being. Hate on it. I don't fucking care. It's the truth. We've only got, look at the bantamweight's history. You motherfuckers want to take a walk with me down memory lane? Let's take a look at the UFC's bantamweight history. There are not very many reigning, defending, two-time bantamweight defending champions. There has not been no reigning, long, dominant champion like a Demetrius Johnson, like a Anderson Silva, like a Kamaru Usman, and this is the lighter class. There has not been no, like a Khabib Nurmagomedov, like a Jose Aldo. No, it's not been one at 135 pounds. The closest you can come to is Dominic Cruz, all the way back to the WEC days. And Dominic Cruz career was so plagued with injuries, he was only champion for so long because motherfucker had to be out for lengthy periods of time. It wasn't where he was defending his belt over and over. He was out with injuries, so he would have to come back and win his belt back. He wasn't reigning, defending. Now, when it comes to the greatest bantamweight of all time right now, Dominic Cruz probably gets that, not from defending the belt numerous times, but just from his legacy. But other than that, TJ Dillashaw even, there hasn't been a reigning dominant champion, and Aljamain Sterling could easily be that. His next fight, potentially Sugar Sean O'Malley. After that, maybe Henry Cejudo. There's really not a lot of guys in this division that Aljamain Sterling has not or cannot beat. So he can very well make his claim as the greatest bantamweight of all time, and there's really not many roadblocks ahead of him. He's already beat Corey Sandhagen. Is Henry Cejudo going to come out of retirement? Sugar Sean O'Malley. I mean, it was a split decision tonight with Peter Yan, a very close fight. Aljamain Sterling had beat Peter Yan actually in a much, I would say they both fought the split decisions, which is very interesting when it comes to O'Malley versus Aljo. But either way, Aljamain Sterling, you would say, would likely be the favorite going into that fight. How much? Oh, that's gonna fucking be crazy. Regardless, we've got so much to talk about. Aljamain Sterling just defended his belt against TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw's shoulder was dislocated in the fight. It was dislocated before the fight. He told the referee, like, hey, this is probably going to pop out. We'll pop it back in. He came into this fight compromised. But with that being said, he stepped into the octagon because he was ready to fight. He could have pulled out with an injury. He wanted the money. If you step in that octagon, don't give me no excuses. You know, it is what it is. You got paid, didn't you? You got paid? All right, get fucked. You lost the fight. It is what it is. I fucks with TJ Dillashaw. Hopefully his shoulder gets better. Where does he go from here? Does he go to another division? We shall see. But right now, it is Aljo's time. Aljo reigns supreme as the bantamweight champion. And right before this, Sugar Sean O'Malley won a split decision versus the number one contender, Peter Yan. We've got one of the biggest stars in the sport who just beat a number one contender. Title shot? Yeah, that's a title shot for you. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling. Book it. It's going down. And with that being said, I'll be there. I've never been to Vegas. That fight has to happen in Vegas. Sugar Sean O'Malley's title shot. I need fucking tickets. I want to be courtside. You guys, let's go back to the history of the channel. I don't interview many fighters, but when I do interview many fighters, I interview Dos Equis. No, but I interviewed Sugar Sean O'Malley because I seen the potential in him on the Contender Series. I said, this guy's a future star. He's got the personality. He's got the mindset. He's got the fight IQ, the knockouts, the fucking the trash talk. He's got everything it takes to become a superstar, even without being a champion. I'll be honest, I did not even see that yet. Because when I did my research on Sean O'Malley, looking into the amateur fights and everything, he was still young. He has had time, through God's grace, through his injuries and such that have set him back, He hasn't been able just to get thrown to the wolves. So it's allowed him to train and do grappling tournaments and train with professional fighters even longer and longer as he aged and matured into his grown man body before he became a legit contender. So now instead of being a 22, 23-year-old contender, which he was on the path to being, he's a 27, 28-year-old contender. He's a lot more prepared. He's a lot more mature. And so with that being said, Sugar Sean O'Malley is prepared now for his title shot. Everything came in time. Everything happened for a reason, and I gotta say, God is good, because look, y'all, we've interviewed 4 fighters. 2 of them are Sugar Sean O'Malley and Aljamain Sterling. That is history. They're gonna be fighting each other on a pay-per-view in a main event. And guys, right here on Full Time MMA, grassroots. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Oscar, Full Time MMA, fuck the other side. We came really from nothing, and we grassroots. We interviewed these guys, and now they're going to be in some crazy twist of fate fighting each other. This is insane. I've got to go. I've never been to Vegas. This will be what I go for. If I don't do anything before I die, I have to go watch Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling live for the title, man. I got to start making moves happen. I mean, it's probably too late to get an interview with these guys. Another one. They're fucking superstars off like a rocket. I know they're cool enough to do it, but they're busy people. You know what I'm saying? They got hands to shake, babies to kiss. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Aljamain Sterling, reigning, defending, 2-time bantamweight champion. Sugar Sean O'Malley, #1 contender, just beats Peter Yan via split decision. That is going to be a insane fight. I can't wait. We're going to it live. We got to. It's got to happen in Vegas. Got to happen in Vegas. I don't care what it costs. I'll sell my fucking right arm. It is what it is. Let the Full Time family know what you think in the comments. We're going to Vegas! Woo!